And then crypto, I decided this year, actually, after like Tesla got in on it, Square was getting in on it, like all these companies that have like a lot to lose were getting in on it. I said, okay, this is worth a second look. Like maybe there's something to this crypto stuff, because up until like I thought crypto was just a total joke. It's like Bitcoin, like it's worthless, it's based on nothing, it's like these people are just speculating, it's literally just a pyramid scheme. And now big companies are in on that pyramid scheme. To me, that gives it a little more credibility. So I decided like 2% was enough to allocate to crypto, because that's kind of what these companies were doing. And I had heard like even established like financial organizations and like big names in the finance world saying like a 2% allocation is a reasonable crypto allocation. So I said, all right, if I lost it all, 2% of my net worth, it would not be great, but I'm not gonna like, it's not gonna change my life. But if, you know, it all goes to the moon and 10x's, then that makes a big difference to the bottom line. So, and if it just kind of grows a little bit, outperforms stocks or whatever, like that's just a nice little additional growth. So I have, initially it was all Bitcoin. It was like, it was actually half Bitcoin and half just like a stable coin. And I had it all in BlockFi, which you were so kind to introduce me to.
Links in the description.
Good stuff. Yeah. I wish they would fix their app, but I hate having to like, I don't know about if it happens on Android, but on iOS, they don't save your username and password. They
No,
make you log
it's
in every
every
time.
time. Yeah, that's the worst.
What are they doing?
Yeah,
I
yeah, it
might
really
get a
is.
job there just to fix that and then quit.
It really is
But
a pain, a huge pain point. Huge pain point.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I was 50-50 on the Gemini dollars and then Bitcoin. And then a buddy of mine was like just harassing me about Ethereum, saying like, Ethereum, we got to get in on Ethereum. And I was like, okay, it's the second biggest one. It seems to have a lot more practical applications. They seem to be working on the efficiency issues. Like Bitcoin has some technical limitations that make me skeptical of it as an engineer. Ethereum seemed to at least be trying to address those. And so I was like, okay, I'll get in on some Ethereum. And then obviously like that just went crazy.
Yeah.
I got in at like 2,200 and now it's like 4,000. I didn't put that much in though. So,
Put that
so
20
yeah.
bucks, man.
Yeah, right. Right. I mean, yeah, I'm down to talk about like what this translates to in overall dollars. I sent all that information to you, I think.
Yeah.
Total net assets 1 million, and that the reason I want to talk about it is just because like the amount does affect kind of like how you think about these allocations, because like you said, 1.5% might be $20 to somebody, might be $2,000 to somebody, might be 200,000 to somebody who's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
And even though the percentages are the same, like I don't know, I feel like the practical outcome of having, like I think if I had 1/10 as much money, I might not put any money in crypto, just because I don't know if it would impact my day-to-day life. But right now I have 15,000 in crypto, and between like the growth from BlockFi interest, like it's real income. You know, I've already made like 200 bucks off of that interest, and that's paying for that subscriptions category from
Yeah.
earlier. Like
Right.
it's nice. So, and it also is important to understand like when I tell people that I have thousands of dollars of crypto, you know, a lot of people would be like, you idiot, what the hell are you doing, man? That's like fake money. But if you say you've got like 1 or 2% in crypto, like it's a lot safer, right? As much as I made myself sound like a financially irresponsible idiot in the bio, like I have at least adhered to my one principle from I think there's a specific line in A Random Walk Down Wall Street where they say, like, the whole premise of the book is you're not going to beat the market. Don't even try. And they have like a little caveat where they're like, we know you're going to try because you're dumb. Like, just only risk what you're willing to lose. And I've held true to that. So I've lost a lot of money on that penny stock, but at the end of the day, even though it's real money and I could have used that on many other things, it's not money that I couldn't afford to lose. So I think that's important for people to keep in mind, especially given like how crazy like retail involvement in stock trading has become. It's gotten, I mean,
Crazy.
this is unprecedented. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
So yeah, we have some comments here. Obviously, well, crypto, you basically said you're split between Bitcoin and Ethereum and stablecoin, which would be like a GUSD probably in BlockFi.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Mhm.
BlockFi. Uh, I was just talking about the other day. It's just like the interest rates on that are amazing for now. I mean, there are obviously people who are in the space are like it's nothing, but like 8.6% on stablecoin, just like cash, and then it, put it back into some things that you're kind of on the edge about. It would make sense for the average person,
Mhm.
especially if you could just convert it right back into stablecoin at the end of the day, because then it's just cash you could just,
Right.
take back out. And then yeah, it seems like Tony's also into crypto and probably got it. Yeah, he got in when Doge was probably like half a penny and seems to be doing pretty well right now. Um, and then Naman was like saying, yeah, I don't know. Have you looked into any of the? It sounds obviously like you looked into the background behind Bitcoin and Ethereum a little bit based off what your friend was telling you, but like the difficulty factor to mine or produce. Have you looked into any of like the white papers as well? Is there anything that you've done research wise that you've done? I mean, I'll be honest, like
Yeah.
yeah,
I would like to do more research because I really do want to understand like the way I got into crypto. Because I mean, I've had people bringing it up for a while. I've seen it in the news, and I've always just thought like, yeah, it's overhyped. What really got me on board was actually like I started out um, so this year with the whole like hype of Wall Street bets. Like I've been following Wall Street bets for a bit, but finally this year, after seeing like so many people make a ton of money, lose a ton of money, I was seeing all these people doing options trading, and I was like, this sounds really interesting. I want to know more about how this works. It seems like you could make bets, like you can basically make more interesting bets about stocks with options, and so I learned how to basically bet against companies through either buying puts, selling calls, and uh, and I was just like, okay, it's hard to predict when a stock is going to shoot up to the moon, like GameStop or AMC or whatever. It's much easier to tell when a stock is going to tank. And so I got this bright idea that I was going to make a huge bet against the Bitcoin mining companies like Marathon and Riot because their valuations were like 5 billion market cap, 6 billion market cap. And these companies like Marathon literally was a patent troll company up until like last year when they decided to start amassing mining rigs. And I was like, this is such a joke. Like these guys made like $1 million last year, maybe, and they're worth like $6 billion. It just is not grounded in any kind of reality. Like I'm gonna make a huge bet against these guys and make a ton of money. So I was like, before I do that, I'm gonna go confirm that Bitcoin is a joke. I'm gonna do a bunch of research and just like make the case for why it's going to zero and it's worthless. And I did a bunch of research and I was like, actually, never mind. I'm a believer now. So yeah, I totally flipped on that and decided to start getting in on it. And I found all this like really like because everything is public, the ledger's public, like you can get a lot of really advanced insights into Bitcoin and and you can really see what the market sentiment is. And so if you're willing to like dig into the data, it felt like a safer investment because you could kind of see when the writing is on the wall, when like all the speculative people start coming into the market. Like you can analyze this data and see when we're starting to get into a bubble. You can compare it to 2017 when everything spiked. It felt a little more predictable, and so, and that around that time, that's when all these big corporations started getting involved, and big financial institutions were starting to look at it. And I was like, okay, this is a real thing now. Like I'm gonna get in on it. And but I've only really studied the actual technical aspect of Bitcoin to an extent. I understand the fundamentals of like proof of work. I kind of understand the whole proof of stake alternative that like Ethereum is moving to, but I don't understand it to the level that I would like to. But the more I learn about the underlying technology, the more I'm like, this is going to change everything at some point. Like I'm now convinced, and I may sound crazy when I say this, I'm convinced that at some point in the next 5 to 50 years, like there's going to be a cryptocurrency that arises, at least one, that basically provides like an all-encompassing economic system, right? Because we've shown, like Bitcoin showed that you could programmatically create scarcity. um, Ethereum has these like smart contracts, uh, and all of this is decentralized. And we're seeing like, I found a meme coin that basically like if you sell early, it burns your coins, and like so it creates a disincentive to sell. So it's basically literally a meme coin that only goes up. Is what the intent was. You can bake in all of these economic concepts, these financial concepts like scarcity and like buy and sell pressure and all this stuff. And I think in the context of like, we've got the Federal Reserve, which can raise and lower interest rates to, spur economic activity or slow things down, control inflation. They can inject liquidity when there's like a crisis. All of these are things that you could theoretically put into a cryptocurrency. And it just got me thinking about how maybe one day there will just be like an automated, decentralized Federal Reserve that like automatically raises and lowers interest rates based on like money moving around between the wallets. And like maybe it even has some kind of universal basic income where there's like some baked in programmatic taxation that happens. And it's all in response to like analysis of the economic activity. And you could really like come up
Wow.
with some pretty in-depth algorithms to control all that stuff. And I think at some point, some cryptocurrency will arise that is something like that. And it will incentivize a lot of people to get in on it, and it will become so big that no one can ignore it. It'll start taking over. And I don't know. We'll see.
Wow.
You heard
No,
it here first.
yeah, really though. That's pretty interesting. That's there's so much to go into with the crypto space. There's DeFi as well, and some of the decentralized finance, just like smaller coins that aren't even on any of the real uh, exchanges, but it kind of
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what you're talking about. Again, all these new coins are really trying to create uh, some new space to have, again, whether it be smart contracts or an actual exchange of currencies, but they all have different technologies behind them for specific
Mm-hmm.
types of industries. It's fascinating. Um, sounds like somebody put a bet against the U.S. economy, right, Naaman? So,
Uh-huh.
Naaman, that's so insane. Yeah, and I guess that, yeah, depending on when you did it, I guess if you did it like a week ago, it'd probably be good. But
Yeah.
but
Right.
yeah, and
Oh no, he said it didn't end well.
it didn't end well.
That's like
No, yeah,
that's like the
totally.
story of Wall Street bets. I remember the
Yeah,
battle between the Bulls and the Bears on there,
yeah,
especially
yeah,
during COVID.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so yeah, let's dive. Speaking of Wall Street bets, so like, tell us some of your. Where do you want to
The
start?
story of my downfall. Yeah.
Is
It all started with Wall Street bets.
retired
Okay,
day
so
trader here.